T-Red said she the modern day Boosie, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
What you think?
I mean, I feel like she gave me my flowers. Like I say, like I feel like she really gave me my flowers because Sexyy Red from the loop.
March 22nd, we at the Boosie Bash. I need all the out because Big Sexy. I'm coming to see all the bad bitches. I love the bring the I know Boosie can bring the
Boosie bad, Sexyy Red, bad ass. Don't play no game.
Don't play with
it's
us.
A party and we turn it all the way.
It's a gangster party, bitch.
It's a gangster party. Get your shit together. Titties out, nipples out.
Looks like the truth came crashing down hard, and Boosie can't dodge it no more. That leaked footage didn't just hit the internet, it exploded like a firework at midnight, and now Boosie's looking real lost in the chaos. His whole name is tied up in this madness, and everybody's eyes are glued to that wild clip of him, and none other than Sexyy Red in the bedroom. And let's keep it real, Boosie didn't walk away from that scene looking smooth, not even close. From the moment that video dropped, the internet been dragging him like a rag doll, and honestly, he brought it on himself. But the real drama, it ain't just about what went down under those sheets, it's about what happened after. One moment in particular had the internet losing their minds. Sexyy Red came strolling in, rocking one of the tightest, boldest fits you could imagine. It was scandal turned up to max. She wasn't leaving a single thing to the imagination. Her body was lit up like a neon billboard. And Boosie, man looked like he saw heaven open up right in front of him. That grin on his face said it all, like he just won free gas for life, a plate stacked with lemon pepper wings and VIP seats to his dream all in one. The man was caught slipping, and the camera picked it up crystal clear. But here's where things get tricky. Was it just raw lust flashing in his eyes, or was there something deeper going on? The way they locked eyes, the internet didn't miss a beat. Folks were quick to call it out, saying that wasn't no she bad type stare. Nah, that was a I already know what's up and I know exactly how that feels kind of energy. The chemistry looked too real, and that's what made people start piecing the story together like detectives. And just when you thought the tea couldn't get hotter, bam! Word on the block is that Sexyy Red wasn't feeling how Boosie tried to brush everything off like nothing happened. Allegedly, she flipped the script and got real petty with him. The type of petty that cuts deep and leaves scars. Not no cute little sorry text or peace offering either. The rumor floating around, she hit him where it hurts and supposedly left him with something you can't just scrub away in the shower. Streets are whispering that she burned him on purpose to remind him not to treat her like she was disposable. And this is where the plot gets crazy. Boosie's known for running his mouth like he's untouchable, always acting like nobody can check him. But when you cross the wrong one, the fall can be ugly. From the way people are talking, Sexyy Red wasn't about to let him slide and ghost her like some random fan. Nah, she had her own revenge mapped out, and now Boosie's out here moving in silence, looking cornered. Funny thing is, his silence, it's louder than any denial he could have thrown out, and that's why the streets are buzzing. This ain't just gossip anymore. This is a full-on circus, and he's stuck in the middle of the ring. And let's not act brand new about Sexyy Red either. People been watching her moves from day one. Her name been floating around in rumors way before this, and not just about her music. The whispers been wild, with folks linking her to that dude they call Gucci Third Leg.
Fam Star,
Yes.
what happened between you and Gucci Third Leg?
I wouldn't test positive for HSV2 unless you had HSV2. If you gave me HSV1 genitally, I would test positive for HSV1, but just have it in my genitals. So, but I don't have HSV1, I have HSV.
Yeah, the same one who's been accused of spreading STDs like they're handing out mixtapes at the gas station. The streets been connecting dots, and now her link to Boosie got people screaming that the puzzle might finally make sense. So when whispers started flying that Boosie might have walked away with more than just a memory after that little link up, the internet wasted no time pointing fingers. Folks been out here saying Sexyy Red been passing things around, and not the type of things you wrap up with a bow or toss in a party bag. This ain't no light rumor. This is the kind of talk that'll stain somebody's whole image overnight.
Get rid of that. If you somebody that got this while they having an outbreak, then you can contract it. But if you don't, you won't contract.
And that's when the mess took a turn for the extreme. Word on the curb is that Boosie could be making a quick trip to the clinic real soon. Yup, that's the hush-hush gossip floating through the streets. And if there's even a drop of truth in that, man, that's a brutal hit for somebody who's built his whole persona on bragging about staying up, never taking losses, and always keeping it raw and unfiltered. Imagine flexing like a winner one minute, then getting caught up in whispers about a doctor's visit the next. The internet loves that kind of downfall. But here's the wild part. The clues were piling up even before the blog started cooking. Remember that photo Sexyy Red slid onto her socials? The one of her laid up in bed, snuggled up with a so-called mystery man? Yeah, the same man rocking an ankle monitor. That pic sent the internet into detective mode instantly. People zoomed in, slowed it down, compared skin tones, matched tattoos, analyzing every little detail like they were on the FBI payroll, screenshots, circles, side-by-side comparisons, the whole nine. And what did the internet detectives decide? The majority swore on everything that the man under those covers was Boosie himself. To make it messier, Sexyy Red captioned the photo with lyrics from her own track, Shake Your Dreads, saying, "I like messing with drillers, dreadhead K's." Now, come on. Oh, how is that not a sly wink straight at Boosie? The people caught it immediately and dragged his name into the middle of the storm. But Boosie? Oh, he wasn't letting that one breathe for even a second. He jumped on X like his phone was smoking hot, blasting out a post that said, "I'm blocking all y'all asking if that's me in that picture with Sexyy Red." Then he tried to play it down, claiming, "Y'all see that ain't my ankle size or color." For real? That was the defense? Saying the ankle ain't his size? The internet clowned that instantly. Folks were like, "Bro, that's what you're running with?" And he didn't stop there. He doubled down, claiming he was out of town with his daughter when the photo hit the timeline. But fans weren't buying it, not even a little bit. Why? Because receipts started popping up. Boosie's already been spotted before wearing an ankle monitor, and the internet never forgets. Screenshots got recycled, clips resurfaced, and fans called straight cap. People were saying loud and clear, "Stop playing, we got evidence." So for anybody thinking all this Boosie got burned talk was just internet trolls spinning stories for likes, nah, this fire got sparked from somewhere much deeper. And when the streets are the ones pushing it, you already know the smoke is about to get real. Turns out this whole mess didn't just pop up out of nowhere. The seeds were planted months ago when Sexyy Red's ex straight up put her on blast. Dude hopped online and didn't hold back for a second. He flat out claimed she gave him an STD and never told him about it. But the wild part, he didn't just throw shade, he came with receipts. This man dropped a full-blown phone call, recorded and everything, where he confronted her directly. And the energy, whew, it was heated. On that call, he's yelling out, "Do all your dudes know what's going on with you? Do you tell them you burning or you lie like you did me?" The internet froze when they heard that. The rawness, the fury, the betrayal, it was all there in his voice. That audio wasn't just messy, it was explosive. And once it hit the web, the damage was already done. So now everybody's asking the same thing. Did Boosie not peep the warning signs? Or was he just caught slipping, blinded by the attention and the vibe? Either way, the mess got uglier by the minute, and social media locked in like they were watching the hottest reality show on primetime. Every repost, every meme, every new update turned into digital gasoline, keeping the fire blazing. As soon as that audio surfaced, Sexyy Red's reputation took a hit. People instantly started giving her the side eye. But if there's one thing you gotta know about Sexyy Red, it's that she ain't the type to let whispers snowball into headlines without clapping back. She wasted no time, jumped online and went full defense mode. First post, "It's not true." Second post, "Y'all believe anything on this app." She tried to slam the brakes before it spun out of control, but it was already too late. Once the streets latch onto a story, good luck prying it out of their hands. And after that phone call went viral, nobody was buying the damage control anymore. The internet heard that man's voice, the anger, the hurt, and they made up their minds quick. Whatever Sexyy Red tried to say afterwards, too little, too late. The stain was already cemented, and it wasn't just Boosie's name being dragged into the dirt now. This thing ran way deeper. That picture with Boosie under the covers, that wasn't even the main attraction anymore. That was just the icing on the cake. The real story was how Sexyy Red's own ex had already aired her out months before, accusing her of keeping secrets and allegedly spreading something without ever giving a warning. That was already strike one. And the internet doesn't forgive or forget. But here's the kicker, the wildest twist of it all, Sexyy Red had already been exposing herself without even realizing it. Yup, she had already given people reasons to look at her sideways, and it wasn't from some cryptic tweet or a half-hidden lyric. Nope, she went full-on confessional. Back in June 2023, she pulled up to Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast and laid it all out raw. And when we say she got too real, we mean too real. The things she admitted had people clutching their phones like, did she really just say that? She straight up admitted it, said she caught chlamydia not once, but twice. Twice, y'all. She explained that she broke up with her man because he was out here moving reckless. But let's be real, She wasn't exactly sitting still either. According to her own words, they both did dirt, ran wild in the streets, then circled back like nothing happened. But the moment they linked up again, she said something felt off, real off. So what did they do? They hit the doctor together, and boom, test came back positive for chlamydia. That ain't gossip, that ain't internet trolling. That came straight out of her own mouth, on camera, on mic, for the whole world to hear.
They went to the doctor together. And then we both was like, well, you two people, and he like, you two people too. I'm like,
public record, locked it in forever. Now sure, everybody makes mistakes, but when you stack that confession on top of her ex, dropping that heated phone call, Boosie's alleged mystery illness, and all the smoke swirling on socials, the picture being painted ain't looking too clean. And just when folks thought Sexyy Red might fall back, go quiet, and wait for the storm to pass, nope. She flipped the whole script and shocked everybody. Instead of hiding while her name was getting roasted in every group chat, she doubled down and dropped her own lipstick line right in the middle of the chaos. Yep, while people were side-eyeing her over health rumors, she was out here pushing beauty products like nothing was wrong. You can't even make this up. The audacity had people screaming online. But here's where it gets insane. This wasn't just any regular lipstick line. Nah, she went full shock value with it, and the name she chose had people's jaws on the floor. Just when it felt like things couldn't get worse, she cranked the messiness all the way up. Sexyy Red actually named her lipstick shades after STDs. Yeah, you heard that right. This wasn't satire, this wasn't parody. She really did it. One was called Yellow Discharge, another was named Gonorrhea, and then came the infamous Cookie Juice. Like, who in their right mind thought this was a good marketing move?
I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge.
Seriously? Maybe Sexyy Red thought she was being bold. Maybe she thought naming those lipsticks would be edgy enough to break the internet. But instead of folks laughing or hyping her up, the reaction was pure disgust. People weren't impressed. They were gagging, and not in the, oh, that's iconic way. They were gagging like, what did I just read? Shock, confusion, straight up grossed out faces flooded every timeline. And that's when the real questions started bubbling up. How in the world did Boosie not see these red flags from miles away? She wasn't hiding them. She was waving them around like parade banners. Some folks are saying maybe Boosie got hypnotized by the way Sexyy Red's been branding herself as the modern day Boosie. Maybe he thought she was just on his wavelength, matching his reckless energy, living on the same chaotic frequency. But here's the twist. She wasn't matching him at all. She was turning the chaos into a whole new level of messy that even Boosie wasn't ready for. And the streets, oh, they've been talking heavy, not just about who she's been linked up with, but even about how she's been smelling. Yeah, it got real personal, real fast. Out of nowhere, Chicago rapper Vaughn Off 1700 jumped in and lit her up on social media. He claimed that after hooking up with Sexyy Red, he couldn't shake the smell, not even after taking a full shower. He said it was so strong, it clung to his skin like smoke after a house fire. Let that sink in for a second. That's not some offhand comment you say for clout. That's the kind of statement that only comes from somebody who's been there. And once dudes start sharing that kind of detail on the timeline, ooh, the story's officially spinning out of control. But here's the strange part. None of the big gossip outlets would touch this story. Not Shade Room, not TMZ, not even the messy meme pages that usually live for this type of scandal. Silence, like it never even happened. Meanwhile, Sexyy Red's name is plastered across billboards, playlists, and magazine covers like she's the face of a new era. But behind the scenes, the mess is being swept under the rug, and not by accident. And just when people started wondering why this circus wasn't being blasted everywhere, Lord Jamar slid into the conversation and dropped a bombshell. He didn't bite his tongue at all. He claimed Sexyy Red isn't just some wild artist having fun with shock value. He said she's being used as a pawn by the industry itself. According to him, she's a tool, pushed front and center to represent everything toxic in the culture, rewarded for behavior that drags the game down instead of building it up. And Jamar? Oh, he wasn't even close to finished. He had a whole lot more to unload about the machine behind Sexyy Red and the way the industry plays dirty with who they choose to put on top. Lord Jamar didn't just stir the pot, he poured the whole kettle out. He straight up co-signed Vaughn 1700's Hygiene claims, saying he fully believes it. And then he cranked it up another notch, dropping the line that had everybody's jaws on the floor. She looks like the type that could walk in a room and have the air turn stale instantly. That's not just shade. That's a full eclipse, but the madness didn't stop there. Jamar went further, saying he saw an actual video clip, yeah, a real video, where Sexyy Red allegedly admitted that her private area be stankin'. His words, not ours.
Sexyy Red looked like the type of girls like
Back in the days, like you walk in the room and you'd be like, smell like somebody was f***ing in here. See the video where she said her own was stinking. Did you see that?
Now, whether that clip is 100% authentic or just another rumor floating around the digital back alleys is still murky. But the claim alone, it torched the internet. And here's the kicker, Jamar didn't flinch. No backpedaling, no soft walk back. He stood firm, 10 toes down, like he knew exactly what he was saying. The moment folks heard that claim, timelines went crazy. People started digging through old interviews, resurfacing podcasts, pulling up tweets, trying to see if Sexyy Red ever actually said something like that. Whether it's fact or fiction, the damage was already sealed. Her name was back in flames, and the noise only got louder, but Jamar wasn't finished. Not even close. He went all in, saying he thinks Sexyy Red is more than just a wild artist with shock value. He claims she might actually be an industry plant. According to him, she was handpicked and placed in the spotlight to push all the wrong messages, glorifying gang culture, baby mama drama, and even sliding certain pharma agendas into the mix. And with the way things been playing out lately, folks are really starting to wonder if there's some truth baked into that theory. Of course, Sexyy Red wasn't gonna sit back and let her name get dragged without tossing something back. But instead of addressing Vaughn 1700's nasty claims head on, she swerved with the biggest deflection ever, telling fans to go ask Chief Keef if her kitty stinks. Like, wait, what? That random name drop had everybody doing double takes. Why even bring Chief Keef into it if he had nothing to do with the mess? And instantly, speculation shot through the roof. The streets started buzzing, saying Vaughn 1700 might not have been the only one, that Chief Keef allegedly might have had his own time with Sexyy Red too. And this wasn't just a wild rumor pulled out of nowhere. Sexyy Red and Chief Keef had already been linked musically, but recently they were spotted looking way too cozy in some selfies. She was grinning ear to ear, rocking his chain like a trophy, looking like they just came back from a private escape. And let's be real, when a woman is rocking a man's chain, that's code, and everybody knows what that usually means. But when those rumors started catching fire, Sexyy Red scrambled to shut it down. She hopped on IG claiming her and Chief Keef are like siblings. Girl, stop! Nobody was buying that excuse, especially not after she was caught teasing Chief Keef about flirting with King Von's sister, Kayla B. Like, how does any of this add up? And then, just when people thought it couldn't get wilder, Sexyy Red hopped back on IG and did it again, flexing with Chief Keef's chain one more time. But this time, she wasn't hiding it. She was pouring gasoline on the flames. It's like she wanted the speculation to keep spinning. And when I say she flexed that chain, she didn't hold back. Sexyy Red didn't just rock it around her neck like jewelry. Nah, she tucked that chain straight into her panties, snapped the pic, and captioned it. "We go together now. Give me a kiss." That one post had the internet collapsing. People couldn't believe their eyes. The timeline went into meltdown mode instantly. Everyone was like, what is even happening right now? And to make it even messier, Chief Keef stayed silent. No confirmation, no denial, nothing. Just radio silence. And in the middle of all that, boom, he gets spotted pulling up to one of her music video shoots. At that point, all that "we like siblings" talk, yeah, fans called it straight cap. But let's not lose sight of where this all started. Boosie, because at the end of the day, that leaked tape is what really cracked him wide open. Rumors were already bad enough, but once the footage surfaced, it stopped being whispers. It became evidence. From that moment on, it was game over. Now the internet is dissecting every second of that clip. Zooming in, screenshotting, connecting dots, debating every move. And with Sexyy Red's name tied to so much chaos right now, just being associated with her is like holding a lit match over a tank of gas. And Boosie, he knows that heat is burning him heavy. So now I gotta hear from y'all. Was Boosie and Sexyy Red linked up way before the public even caught on? Are the STD rumors legit or just dirty gossip meant to drag her name through the mud? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I wanna know what y'all think. And before you dip out, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. Because trust me, I'm digging even deeper in the next one, and you do not wanna miss it. See you in the next one.